So, one of the coolest things happened today, and this is something that I normally am not good at because I don't know what I'm doing until the point where I do know what I'm doing, and it worked out. But this right here is one of my very first successful air layers. I'm extremely proud of it. There's a lot of crazy roots growing everywhere. There's pests, of course, because I didn't close it. There's a slug right there. For this unboxing, I guess I'm going to use a pair of gloves because I did see what looked to be a brown recluse in there, and I just don't want my skin rotting off. That would be bad. So let's dig in here and see if we find the brown recluse before it finds us. Gotta be very careful because the roots on this air layer. Oh, there's more roots than I thought there'd be. That's amazing. Oh man. That is wonderful. I'm probably going to bury it all the way up to here because I see roots here. And I'm gonna cut this part of the trunk right here. I totally forgot about the spider, but I'm gonna cut the trunk right there because all the roots are right here. A little roly poly right there. Come on, little guy. Let's go. Let's flick. I feel comfortable going ahead and cutting this. Hopefully, this works out. Okay, I'm going to use the second tools for this. This branch might be a little too thick for this. So I have this pair right here that has a little bit more leverage. Make sure not to cut any roots. Okay. Now I don't quite know where I'm going to place this just yet, but I know I'm going to have to support it so that none of these get damaged. I don't know if I need to work the moss out, but I might just use, let's see here, this piece of bamboo. I'm not going to pick at it too much. I'm afraid to break these roots. Roots are probably very tender, not hardened. They haven't seen too much light, or they haven't seen too much dirt. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep some of the moss on there for now. And when there's a robust root system coming from everywhere, then I'll clean it up some more. But what I am going to do right now is all this foliage right here, and that's what it looks like when it's the pigmented leaves, and this is what it looks like when it's the straight up green leaves where the flower, the very scentful flower, comes out of. I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut the trunk right here, and then it'll cut off these leaves because there's really no feasible way for this small amount of roots to feed the whole tree. And plus, I want it to be miniature, in miniature form, for a bonsai. no sign of the spider yet, which is good. So we're going to perform another trunk chop. Right. Let's see. Yeah, I think right here. No, but there's some buds up here that might, sprout. Because I don't want it to bud at the bottom. So let's go for right here. Okay, and that'll increase its chance to survive and not dry out ridiculously quick. Now, I could be wrong and it could have made it given the right conditions. But right now, I don't really want to take that chance. So, this is kind of what I'm left with. This is what I'll work with for a while. Probably a year from now, I'll be able to prune leads. Who knows? To use a medium of pine bark and sphagnum moss again. Reason being, I find it provides the aeration I need, and it'll be pretty soft on the root system that'll be developing. Hopefully, it'll get the boost of air it needs as well. And I don't think I'll be feeding it too much. It seems to be, the root system seems to be growing pretty rapidly, so once the roots get established, I'll probably fertilize it more so then. Right now, my goal is to just get to that point without any mishaps. So right now I'm just gonna stand it up like this and cover it with moss, which is already used to. And I'm gonna layer it with pellets, or little mini nugget, pine bark nuggets. That way we have a nice layer of acceptable growing medium. I'm going to cover it pretty heavy too. I'm also actually going to wire this one. Because I don't want any stress on the roots. Throw the whole bag in there. Get some of the debris out, which there's plenty of it. I think this will really help that little root system out, kind of spread further and further. Once it's well established, I'll work the moss out and I'll find a more suitable medium, like lava rock and pumice and clay or akadama. Okay, and this is what it looks like. It's wired up. It's not really going anywhere. Pretty sturdy. Here is the other part that I cut off. It's got all the foliage, and I put it in my little propagation station. There's a root growth hormone in that moss that's in there, so The tree wants to live, it wants to survive, so it may sprout roots too, and that would offer me another interesting tree to work with. But we'll just leave it there and see what happens. If he stuck around for the whole video, I appreciate it. Thank you for following the work I do. And yeah,